This is the Paris Rhône electric tea kettle. It's a really nice tea kettle. I like it a lot. It comes nicely packaged. In the box you get the electric tea kettle, you get this base. The tea kettle has these two touch sensitive buttons. It has a lid that you just pull off. It has this wire mesh on it. Here's the base. Here's what the kettle looks like. It looks really nice. I like that it's glass so that you can see everything inside. The base is really nice. You can wrap the cord around so that the cord doesn't have to be longer than it needs to be for where you have it stationed. Here I'm doing an experiment. I put 1 liter of water in the tea kettle, then I poured it into the stove nearby, and then I put this here, and then what I did is I turned on the stove to the highest setting I could, and then immediately after that I turned on the tea kettle so I could see what the time difference is between the stove on high and the tea kettle. You can see that the tea kettle does have a temperature gauge, and so it sets to 212 degrees, and you can see instantly the tea kettle starts to form bubbles as soon as I turn it on. It takes the stove a little bit longer, but here after a while you can see it's barely starting to boil. This is just after a few minutes. And then once it starts to boil, I will turn this timer on so that you can see the time difference between the two. And while the tea kettle comes to a rolling boil and starts automatically, the stovetop is still trying to boil, and ultimately it takes the stovetop about 2 minutes longer to get to the same sort of rolling boil as it takes the tea kettle. So the tea kettle is definitely much faster, a much better way to boil and heat up water. The tea kettle also comes with the advantage of you can set a warming temperature. So if you just want it to stay at a certain temperature, you can set it there and then it will go to the temperature you set it at, which is really nice. If it gets lower than this, you can set it back to the 212 and it will start boiling again like what you see here. Overall, this is a really nice tea kettle. I prefer to use tea kettles to heat up all my water, even if I am going to use it on the stove. This was sent to me for free, so I could do this review. It's a really nice tea kettle.